My name is Hannah. I'm a mum to 2 girls and I work full-time in a transformation consultancy. I am also a high-performance sporting official, but more on that later. I've known Noelle for many years in a professional capacity and I've always been impressed with her drive, determination and leadership skills. So when she asked me to support Leaders of Our Future, I was delighted, as these are the skills and qualities I really feel passionate about nurturing in the workplace. But I've always been curious about why it has taken so long for these skills to really come to fruition in the workplace and why it takes so long for these skills to develop. Why not teach it earlier so young adults coming into the workplace already have a head start and have had a chance to practice these vital skills? Schools already have an overloaded curriculum and do an incredible job for so many of our young people, but there is a gap, and this is where Leaders of Our Future offering comes in. It offers something schools cannot. It enables awareness of what it means to be a leader and the main shapes and forms that it can take, and these can be stimulated at a much younger age. And with that awareness, it gives a space for them to practice, practicing in a school environment, in a sporting environment, during extracurricular activities, and lots of other leadership settings. Ultimately, this will better equip them to be people managers and leaders in their own futures in the workplace. Now, if you'll indulge me for a few moments, I'd like to tell you a story. Like most people, I finished school, I had good grades, I was lucky enough to go to university to study economics. On graduation, I joined a financial services organisation on their graduate scheme, and I gradually worked my way up. It was here in my 20s, though, that I learned to be truly what it meant to relate to people in a work setting, how to manage stakeholders or how to communicate, maybe how to influence them, or even how to lead others. But I also did something in parallel that really helped me hone these skills, and I mentioned this earlier. So I'm an international hockey umpire. I run around a hockey pitch with a whistle, officiating a game I absolutely love. Now, from the age of 16, when I first picked up a whistle to help out at my local school, I was exposed to a feedback loop of development and criticism to some extent. But it gave me that chance to work with people who are older than me, or how to listen to other people and listen to players, how to also influence players, or build a rapport with the coaches, and sometimes even deal with the conflict. But it gave me an opportunity to practice being a role model that showed integrity, honesty, and humility when I got it wrong. And it helped me build my own resilience to cope when it did go wrong, and then on the flip side, how to celebrate when it went well. This all contributed to building my emotional intelligence so that I could work effectively and manage other people. And it gave me an environment to practice to really hone those skills. Ultimately, this journey through officiating hockey and sport took me to 2 Commonwealth Games, a World Cup, and the Olympic Games in Paris last summer. I'm one of the top 10 hockey umpires in the world, and I'm incredibly proud of that. But what my high-performing sporting journey gave me was a playground to practice these skills that I use at work, and they are transferable from a sporting environment into a work environment and vice versa. The skills I took back into the workplace, where I lead teams, I manage multi-million-pound budgets and investments, and where I coach and mentor other young female leaders of the future, all come from those cross skills. However, my opportunity to maximise these skills between these two worlds is quite rare. Not everybody has that opportunity. And this is where Leaders of the Futures fills a gap for everyone else. With the curriculum on offer, it is the information and the awareness I wish I'd known when I was 16 and starting my own journey. It would have accelerated my professional advancement that much quicker, so that when I stepped into the workplace, I already knew the theory and I'd already started to practice it. In reality, my practice only really started when I actually went to work. And I know this still to be true for young adults who aspire to be leaders. I see it all the time. I mentor young umpires across the country through a national programme, and we always see them being their very best selves when they graduate from university or when they finish their apprenticeship and go into the workplace. Here they learn and practice their resilience, how to deal with people, how to cope with people when they're outside of their comfort zone, and how they lead a team. It's only at this point they become better umpires and a leader on the field and off of it. So for my own girls, I want them to have an environment where they can thrive, a space to be true to themselves and a chance to shine their brightest. I hope by the time that they are old enough, Leaders of the Future programmes will be on offer in every school for every child to help them all shine bright and be the very best leaders they can in their chosen field. Thank you for listening and indulging me whilst I shared my story. I hope you have a really great afternoon.